Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Double Lung Podcast. As always, looking like a snack, the guillotine, Daddy Rambo, coming back at ya.
Oh, that was lovely. It's his inaugural Double Lung Archery Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new beginning, man.
New beginnings. It feels wonderful. It's a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I feel like it enables us to explore and try new things. It's like when, you meet a new lady,
Hey,
you're figuring each other out, you know what I mean?
It's like we're teenagers again.
Why don't you start us off with...
Yeah. We're going to start a new segment that it's the brainchild of my old lady. The quote of the week. This one comes from the legend himself, Fred Bear. If you are not working to protect hunting, then you are working to destroy it. What do you think about that?
I mean, can you disagree with Fred Bear about anything?
You can't.
I don't think you can.
He could tell me the sky was purple, and I would say yes.
I would fucking fight you tooth and nail about it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little absolute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't disagree with it either, because but you could also say just buying your tags, you're helping to support hunting.
Yeah.
To protect hunting, because you're putting your money into conservation. You know what I mean? Because of like the Pittman-Robertson Act. Yeah. So even just buying tags, and maybe if you donate meat, like stuff like that, that's all you got to do to at least do your part a little bit. But I think what he's saying is maybe go above and beyond, trying to recruit new hunters, or maybe talking about hunters, not being afraid to talk to anti-hunters about hunting. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us are, and like, we're not confrontational, and we're like, dude, I just want to do my thing. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to talk about it, man. I'm fucking adamant about it. I will fucking.
Oh God.
I'll talk to you. You know what I mean? If you got something against hunting, my first question is, do you eat meat?
Yes.
And then when they say yes, I'm like, so you're okay with someone killing your food for you, but you're not okay with me killing my own food. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, well, it's different. And then you can go down that rabbit hole, and that's a losing battle for them. And that's apologetics. Apologetics is the art of defending something you're passionate about. And I think we should all be apologetic. I don't know if that's the right term, but we should all be able to do that at least a little bit when it comes to hunting, being able to defend what you do and what you love.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
And that's a great tactic whenever someone says that or has anything against it. Ask them if they eat meat. Mm-hmm. If they eat meat, they're already logically, like, you have no fucking right to tell me I can't eat meat. Yeah. And then if they say, well, no, I don't eat meat. Like, do you have any pets? Do you eat Jell-O? You know what I mean?
Do you drive a car?
All of that shit. Animals die in order for us to do that.
Yeah. Where do you draw the line?
Yeah. For you to live a life where nothing dies is fucking impossible.
It's impossible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool, though. I like that.
Yes.
It is the Sunday of opening weekend here in Housatonic, Maryland.
It is September 11th.
September 11th.
Yes. So
God bless the USA.
Yes.
And rest in peace to all the men, women, and children that died that day.
All the first responders. That was a dark day.
Yes, it was. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, me neither. I was in sixth grade, and the guidance counselor came in, handed a piece of paper to my sixth grade teacher, and she read it out loud, and she went right back to teaching like nothing happened. And we were looking around like, what? What does that mean? And then parents started coming to school, taking all the kids out of class.
Wow.
It was a strange day.
Yeah, I was in fifth grade, and my teacher, same deal. Her phone rang. She answered the phone and immediately turned the TV on and put the news on.
Wow. And
we all watched like the towers, and like it was surreal. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, kids just started getting called out of class. Their parents were coming to pick them up, and it was scary. It was like, what is going on? Like, are we being attacked? You know what I mean? It was pretty wild.
Did your mom pull you out of class?
Yes, yeah.
My mom did. I stayed the whole fucking day. God damn it.
It was like you and one other kid, or just you and the teacher.
This is cool, dude. Yeah, It was a hell of a day.
Yes,
but
it
you
was.
know, September 12th of 2001, everybody was American.
Yeah.
Everybody got along, and I wish we could get back to that without 3,000, 4,000 plus people dying.
There was a flag hanging on every front porch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody, we were united in that. And that's, man, I feel like we've really gone downhill since then.
Yeah.
We're just so divided.
21 years, man. We have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, why we digress.
Yes.
So, Johnny, why don't you go first and give us a rundown of your opening day? So, it is September 8th, Friday, here in Cecil County.
September 9th.
Oh, it was the 9th. Yeah, sorry. I tend to do that. Watch me on dates. I'll fuck up. September 9th, here in Cecil County, Maryland. A brisk Friday morning, 58 degrees. You walk out in the darkness.
Do I have to? Do I have to tell this story?
You have to.
All right. God damn it.
It's a painful one.
Yeah, everything was perfect. I got to the spot. I park. I actually got there at like 5:20, an hour and a half-ish before sunrise. And I'm sitting there taking in the darkness. The quarry starts opening up. I'm starting to see dump trucks coming in. It's like 6:05 at this time. Then I see Terry Sr. shout out, come by in his water truck. I've actually got a little bit of footage of him coming by. And it's like 6:10, 6:15, 6:20 at this time. It's just starting to crack daylight, but not really. And I put my phone away from filming him come by, and as soon as I do that, I look down and I see a flash of white right in front of me. And it is the antlers of a buck I've never seen before, hard-horned. And then I see movement to my left at like 15 yards, and I see two giant black masses. And right away, I'm like, those are my two target bucks right there. And they're like sparring around, and the bigger buck is pushing the other one around. I think. I don't know. And they're just kind of milling around there. And I'm trying to evolve into a higher species at this point because it is so dark. And finally,
So you're willing your eyes to adapt to the darkness.
I'm opening my eyes real wide, hoping that helps anything.
Look like you just took a hit of crack.
Yeah. And finally, one turns quartered away from me, and I don't care which one it is. I'm drawing back, and I'm putting an arrow in him. Trying to, at least.
Yeah.
So I draw back. The cams roll over. One of the deer sees me. They booger off. One goes back through the hole in the fence, but the other one, which turned out to be my target buck, the 10-pointer, stands at 33 yards, completely broadside for five minutes-ish. I'm like, all right, it's now or never. I can make him out. I know it's him, but it's still so dark out. But in my mind, it was like, it's now or never. I had to do it.
Yeah, and it's legal shooting light. It might be dark in here, but that's because you're in the woods.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of time. Legal shooting light's pretty fucking dark in the woods.
Yeah. But so I draw back. I think I anchor, and I was completely confident. Let the arrow fly right over his back. Yeah. It was so dark I couldn't see my peep. I couldn't see my pin. The batteries were dead in my sight, so I couldn't turn that on because that did cross my mind, but as soon as it crossed my mind, I remembered that the batteries were dead. So that wasn't even an option. Left and right was money, but up and down, I missed him by at least a foot.
Now, do you think that was because you couldn't like see your peep sight to align it with your sight housing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part when in low light.
Yeah.
Is lining up your peep with your sight housing.
Yeah.
So your peep was probably way out of your sight housing. It was probably
real high.
Yeah, which would make you hit high. Yeah.
And that's the risk we take when we shoot these real small peeps.
Yep.
These real small
sight apertures.
Yeah. The pin, what was the pin? 0.1.
0.10.
Yeah, 0.10. It doesn't collect a lot of light.
No.
So they take off, and I know they're going to come back. And they did wind up coming back, but they got smart and they came downwind inside the fence. And they're at 34-ish yards inside the fence, on the opposite side of the fence. And big boy just kind of stands there for 10, 15 minutes, just putting on a show.
Damn.
I'm just watching the entire time. And, some people might say, oh, it's a buck fever. Nah, dog. I was surprised at how cool, calm, and collected I was the entire time.
Yeah.
No shakes, no nothing. But, you'd think you would be kicking yourself in the dick, which, of course, I am, but I'm not that upset about it.
Yeah.
Because,
you didn't wound him.
No. Yeah, that was my first thought is I didn't shoulder him. I didn't gut shot him. My first thought was, God damn it, I just ruined that broadhead for no fucking reason. But, that's the way it goes. And then I sat there till about 9:30 and seen about 6 other deer. Nothing gave me a shot. That was open morning. It wasn't. Everything went perfectly to plan. I had these deer on camera every morning. I knew their pattern. They were coming by at 6:45 to 7:15, and then open in the morning they decided to come by 6:20, 6:15. I don't know.
It wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be, exactly.
Now, how do you feel about him coming back? Do you think he's going to be back? Do you think you spooked him, or do you?
I definitely.
It sounds like. He hung out.
Yeah.
He was apprehensive, but it doesn't sound like your chance is totally blown.
I got him on camera yesterday morning, coming back through at the same exact time.
Really?
Yeah.
So he came through.
Yeah.
So you still got a shot.
Still got a shot. I ordered a 20-pack of batteries for my sight light, so that will not happen again.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting up in the tree and I'm pondering, like, I wonder if a glow-in-the-dark peep sight is a thing, or a glow-in-the-dark sight aperture thing is a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that would help. I don't know.
I think there is a glow-in-the-dark peep sight.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there is. Then I think it would definitely help to. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think it's just. I would have probably done the same thing in the situation. It's legal shooting light. It's a fucking tough shot, but fuck, man, he's right there.
He was right there. He was perfectly broadside. When I released that arrow, well, the second before I touched the trigger off, I knew that I had 10-ring that thing. And then as soon as the arrow left the rest, I was like, well, missed him.
Damn.
But looking back, I might be just making this up in my head. I know I wasn't anchored right.
No.
I couldn't see the peep. I couldn't see the sight. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So, live and learn.
Yeah. So now, after that, how do you feel? Do you think that's going to affect, like, are you going to be second-guessing yourself now?
Probably. I learned, don't take the shot if you can't fucking see.
Yeah.
That's my target buck. I don't know. Maybe I made the wrong move, but that's hindsight.
Yeah, sure. And it's something that, unfortunately, we're all going to do. And you're probably won't be the last time you do it.
No.
Because in situations like that, it can be really hard to make the right decision. Even if you think it is the right decision, sometimes it pans out not being the right decision, and then it just is what it is, man. Sometimes it doesn't go our way. A lot of times it doesn't. Mm-hmm. That's what somebody who's never hunted before was asking me just recently. Like, was it like fishing where, like, sometimes you don't catch anything? I'm like, no, it's not like fishing. Mm-hmm. Most of the time you don't catch anything. Like, you usually don't kill anything. Like, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
When you do, it's fucking awesome. And that's kind of the appeal to it, though. You know what I mean? Is enjoying the process. And that's, I think, if nothing else, that was a hell of a hunt and a hell of an encounter that you had with him.
Yeah, everything went to plan except my execution.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
But you can't beat yourself up about it too bad, because it hey, man, like you said, you were cool, you were calm, you didn't have buck fever. It was dark. It was a tough shot to make, and it's something that you can't really prepare for unless you're out shooting in the dark. Then I guess you could, but I know you won't forget to have batteries in your sight light again.
Yeah, and you can't just go to Walmart and pick those fucking batteries up, at least for my sight.
No. Yeah, I ordered mine on Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yep.
So anyway, that happened. It wasn't fun. And then I went out Friday afternoon. Didn't see a flocking thing. Now, I did sit in a different spot just to let that spot cool down a little bit. Didn't see anything, so.
Nothing at all.
Not a squirrels.
That was the night of a full moon, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Saturday rolls around. Now, I wasn't planning on going Saturday morning to begin with, but it was solidified when I walked out front to cut the grass, and I got a flat tire on my goddamn truck. And I had to buy tires anyway. I got 50,000 miles out of stock tires, so I definitely got my money's worth. But it didn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling down. Missed my fucking target buck, biggest buck I've ever seen in my life.
You got a flat.
Yeah, so I had to go and spend almost $900 on 4 new tires, but that's done. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, won't need nothing for another 4 years. That's good.
Yeah. And so I went Saturday afternoon. I got out there at like 5 because it's so fucking hot. I don't want to sit out there longer than I need to.
Yeah.
God. And first deer that came in was a freaking stud of a 1.5-year-old deer. 6-pointer.
Oh, really?
Already out to his ears. A freaking stud.
Hell yeah.
And he had his little buddy with him, a 1.5-year-old unicorn Spike. And I just kind of watched them, let them go. And then the next deer was about a half hour later. I catch movement of a friggin' booner doe. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Here she comes. She's coming up the trail, going towards the hole in the fence. And then I catch movement behind her. And I catch a little bit more movement behind her. And what has she got behind her? Twin fawns. And I'm not as sick of an individual as you are. I just watched them go by.
So you didn't shoot her?
Nah.
It's because she had the fawns with her?
Yeah.
Man, you got a big heart, Johnny.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm just getting old and getting soft or what, but I don't know.
You think you would have made that shot 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm getting old and soft. My testosterone levels are dwindling.
They're plummeting. You got to fix that, dude.
Yeah, so, yeah. I seen 8 deer in total, opening morning and last night.
Well, so not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that full moon fucked everybody because all of us around the board, other than me, I seen 1 deer during that full moon evening, Friday night.
Yeah, so Daddy Rambo didn't draw any blood. Tried to, didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, it's a long season, my friend.
It is a long season.
You can live vicariously through me for this weekend.
Tell them about it.
Because I got it done, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck. Ah, man, it was a beautiful morning. Mr. Ryan Maitland came up to hunt with me. He came up Thursday night, and we went out Friday morning to a property that I have in Elkton. I have permission there till October. After that, I can't hunt there anymore. They sold the property. So I put out corn here Monday for both of us, opposite ends of the property. I don't know, probably close to a mile apart.
Wow.
Because it's a real long, thin property. Even though it's not a big property, it's long and thin.
Ooh.
You know, familiar. And so we go in early morning. We leave the house. We wake up on time. I think we got up a little before 4:30. Ryan got up before my alarm went off, came in and woke me up.
Don't do that, Ryan. You silly bastard. Did you learn nothing?
Well, at least I knew he was in the house, you know. But I was butt naked. I jumped out of bed again. Okay, I'm coming. And so we get out of there. We get to the spot. And it's a real short hike in here, which is really nice. You know what I mean? And I drop Ryan off at his location. I even tied like little pink ribbons for him so he knew where to go.
That's nice.
I know. I'm so sweet.
He's such a nice daddy.
I am. I'm dad of the year. Daddest man on the planet. So I set him up. Like, fucking get some, brother. Aim small, miss small. And I zip around the road to my spot. And I decided to go with the saddle.
Yeah.
And my reason for hunting with the saddle, opening day, I was a little nervous about it. Because I haven't hunted out of the saddle. I practiced with it a lot in off season. I probably climbed, I don't know, a dozen times with it, just practicing. And the tree that I wanted to sit on which was 21 yards from the corn, had it split at about 16 feet up. And in the climber, that means I would have been stuck at 16 feet.
Oof.
And I did not want to be stuck at 16 feet. I want to get higher than that. I like to be higher than that. So I decided to go with the saddle. And I'll tell you what, man, it went swimmingly. I climbed in, and I was telling myself when I was setting up, I was like, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Take your time. Like, it's no rush. You got plenty of time. And I took my time, climbed up. I was silent as a fucking... You could have heard a church mouse pissing on cotton out there.
Hell yeah.
You wouldn't have heard me. And I got the height. It's this beautiful morning. Just absolutely gorgeous out. It was 58 degrees. And, oh, thank you. Yeah, keep them coming. I got a long drive ahead of me. And so I get up in my stand, and I'm reveling in just the feeling of being back in the woods again, man.
It was gorgeous, wasn't it?
How good did that feel to climb up into a tree in the pre-dawn?
It was great.
Oh,
I
man.
don't have words for it. I got out there so early. I had to leave. I was sitting at home, like, I got up way before my alarm went off, and I'm just like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I gotta go. I want to be in the woods. Like, dude, I sat in the dark for an hour, which is about what I like to do, but like, it was just, man, I was sitting in the dark. I didn't even take my phone out of my pocket, dude. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be present. And just enjoy being in the woods again with a weapon in my hand. And it is a hell of a weapon. That thing is a flamethrower, son.
Ventum.
80-pound limbs, baby. And so I'm set up, hanging out, and light comes, and nothing. I was expecting to see corn. This corn hadn't been touched.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that sucks. I'm like, okay, well, maybe Ryan's getting better. So I pull my phone out, I text Ryan, and he's like, oh, they've been hitting my corn for sure. So I'm like, all right, well, they found his corn. They're going to fucking show up for him. But he hadn't had anything yet. And then all of a sudden, off about 80 yards to my right, I see movement.
Yeah.
And I look over there, and there's two fawns coming into the woods. I was sitting on a field edge, literally right on the field edge of a cornfield. And the corn pile was in between the cornfield and the field edge. There was like this patch of grass that was about 10 yards thick, and I set it in that grass. So I see they come in, and they're coming away from the corn. They're not going towards it at all. And I know this is a bedding area, but with the corn up, a lot of times they'll bed in the corn.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, maybe they are still bedding in here this time of year, and they're probably just going back to bed. So I didn't think much of it. Well, about 10 minutes passed by, and I see movement again behind me. This time it's more behind me than to my right, and it's those two fawns. And so I kind of spin around, and I'm looking and watching, and then all of a sudden I see a nice big doe.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm not, like you said, man, I'll shoot a doe with fawns, you know.
Twisted bastard.
Hey, look, the seasons are the way they are because they can live on their own now. They don't need their mom. Yeah. That's why our season starts when it does. So how many deer have you killed and watched another deer like literally not give a fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's just
like they don't look at death like we do.
No, in my head, I would like that doe to teach those fawns maybe a little bit more.
As much as she can.
Yeah.
I respect that. Yeah. I do. But I think you're fucking silly.
Yeah, because I had that doe at 28 yards, perfectly broadside.
Oh, my God.
Big old bitch, too.
I would have fucking let her eat, son. Dead. Yeah, no, I feel no remorse whatsoever. Like, I would have thanked that doe for her sacrifice and you know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have felt bad about the fawns. They'll be just fine.
Yeah, they will be.
But, so she came behind me, and it's like 15 yards, man. It's a chip shot. And I drew back, got my thumb button, my true ball thumb button, drew back, cams roll over, and I let her have it.
Yeah, baby.
And, I mean, I smoked her, dude. And
yes!
As soon as I pulled that trigger, or squeezed that trigger, I knew instantly that she was going to go maximum 50 yards and pile up. Mm-hmm. And I watched that lady knock zip through her so fast. I mean, it zipped through her. The broadhead buried into a root in the ground. I could not get it out.
80 pounds for the win.
For the win, son.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm so pumped, and I have all this on Tacticam. I'll put that footage up. We'll get that on the YouTube channel. Because that was my goal. That was my objective, was to go and get a doe, get that early season rust, shake that off a little bit, and put some meat in my freezer. Mm-hmm. So I succeeded my mission for that morning, and I couldn't be happier. And I was reveling out there, just in the woods, in the tree. I gave her some time to soak.
Cool. How far did she go?
About 50 yards.
Okay.
Yeah. As the crow flies, might have even been a little less, but she didn't go far at all. And that was with a QAD Exodus broadhead. It left a really nice hole for a fixed blade. That's the biggest hole I've ever had out of a fixed blade.
Okay. How do you feel about it moving forward?
I mean, hard not to feel really good about them. Yeah. I mean, they don't fly like a field point. I had to adjust my sight.
Yeah.
They hit left or right.
Yeah. Oof, yeah.
And but other than that, they performed really well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the blood trail wasn't fantastic initially. Initially, it was like a little spotty, but then it really opened up as she started to go away from where I first shot her. And I tracked her down, field dressed her, dragged her to the truck, and I couldn't have been happier, man. It was perfect.
That Tacticam footage is sick, too.
Yeah.
You did a wonderful job with that.
Yeah, I could have done a little better, like, because I initially shot and I like pulled away because I was watching, then I pulled back and started filming her again.
Well, at least you pushed the button. Even if I did kill that buck, we wouldn't have got it on camera.
Yeah.
I didn't push the button.
Well, funny you mentioned that, because I didn't push the button later that evening.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to pause it, but I got to go take a leak. Yeah. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm not Joe Rogan. I can't hold it that long.
Not that.
He's a fucking G.
You forgot to push the button that afternoon.
Yes, I did. But quick, I called this the inaugural Double Lung podcast. It actually wasn't. We recorded one with Ryan.
Yes, we did.
Sorry about that. But so that was awesome, and I took her. She was a big doe too, very hefty doe.
Yeah.
It was tough getting her in the truck by myself though.
Shoo-wee.
Yeah, big girl. I think she was every bit of 4, maybe 5 years old.
Hell yeah.
So took her to the butcher, and that was sweet. Ryan, unfortunately, he seen a couple little bucks, nothing in range. Had a fawn come under his stand and hit the corn pile, and he texted me. And he said, "There's a fawn under my stand. Permission to engage." And I texted him back, and I said, "Let her eat." And he texted me back. He said I couldn't do it.
It's not even
worth it. I agree, and I don't shoot fawns, but Ryan really wants to butcher a deer with us. You know what I mean? Because he's never been taught. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I felt like that would have been a good learning experience. A fawn's an easy thing. We could have butchered it very quickly, and he would then have the idea of how we process deer. So that was kind of my thought while I was like, yeah, go ahead. And we're losing that property anyway. Yeah. So that fawn will be displaced because they're making it a fucking parking lot. God. It makes me sick.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he didn't. He let her walk. And so later that evening, we go home, shoot a little bit, do stuff, whatever. Then later that evening we go out, and I don't know, I want to say it was about 4. It might have been a little bit before 4, but we got out pretty early enough. And at this time of year, sunset's at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, that full moon was a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the stand, and I didn't see any action all day, and it's like 30 minutes till sunset. And at this point, I'm fucking reading a book. You know what I mean? I sat in my saddle again, and I'm reading a book, whatever, not really paying attention. And then all of a sudden, a buck comes in, and I mean, this buck is moving with purpose, like very quickly. And I look at him, and I seen he's in velvet, and I'm like, okay, he might be decent size. There's, like, stuff in front of him. I grab my bow, and I turn. And rather than draw my bow back and get ready for him, I think to myself, like, well, let's see what he looks like. and he walks about 12 yards from me broadside.
Wow.
And he's a solid 8 in velvet. A nice buck.
Mm.
And I was like, And I was like, you know what? Yeah. It took me like a second to register it. I was like, I don't know if I wanted to shoot him. For some reason in my head, I was thinking like, I want to wait I wanted to shoot the buck that I have on camera at port. I don't know if I want to use my archery tag. For some reason, I wasn't thinking. I think maybe the lack of sleep. I don't know. But we get an archery tag, and then you can buy a bonus. So you can shoot 2 bucks with a bow here. And for some reason, I just wasn't thinking clearly. And I was like, I let him walk. And then I was like, you know what? It's a velvet 8-pointer. I don't have a velvet 8-pointer. I don't have a velvet buck at all. I mean, but I would love to have a velvet 8 framed up on my wall. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, fuck, Seth, what are you doing? Fucking shoot this deer. So I draw my bow back, and he walks behind some brush. And he's moving. He's hauling ass. It's like, I haven't seen deer move like this outside of the rut. Like, he was moving with purpose. And I'm like, he's going to cut left because there's a game trail. He's going to cut left and hit that game trail, and I'm going to be able to smoke him at 20 yards. He walks right past it. There's another one. And this one was 30 yards. It was actually like 28. And I'm like, fuck, well, he's going to go that one. So I let down, roll my sight to 30, and draw. And he walks right past that one.
Damn.
And just fucking boogies on out of there. Gets fuck out of there. And I let down, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, what were you thinking? I didn't turn my camera on. Like, I don't know. I'm kicking myself for that. So whatever, I didn't see anything else the rest of the night, and climbed down, get out of there, go back to the house, and I'm talking to Ryan about it, and I'm looking at the deer on my wall. My dad has a velvet 8 that he shot, and I'm like, I think he was bigger than him.
Wow, that's a nice buck on your wall too.
Yeah, he's a nice 8, and I'm like, I really fucked up. Yeah. I should have fucking, as soon as, I should have shot him when I had him broadside at 12 yards. I don't know why I hesitated, and that's what I told Ryan. I was like, I'm being a fucking, like, deer snob, naughty bitch, and I should have fucking shot that goddamn deer.
Yeah.
Because I felt, just like you, I felt like real calm and collected. I think a part of it was because I wasn't sure if I even wanted to shoot him. Mm-hmm. But, man, I know I would have, he would have been done. That would have been the best opening day ever. A doe in the morning and a nice buck in the evening. Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think we've got ourselves so locked in on a certain animal that anything else isn't good enough.
Yeah.
That's just speculation. I don't know.
That's a lot of it for sure, because the buck I have at port, that target buck, I really want to shoot him.
Yeah. Well,
and I think I was just thinking about him, like, in my head for some reason I was like, well, if I shoot him, then I can't get him. But that's not wrong. That's wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, at least you didn't shoot at him and miss him.
Sorry, if you want to kill yourself,
Yeah,
I'll help you. I'll help you commit harikari or whatever it is with the sword.
It is what it is.
So that sucked. It is what it is. And then we went back out. Went back to the Elkton property. What was that? Saturday morning, and got skunked.
Didn't see a flocking thing?
I didn't see a fucking thing.
Wow.
So that sucked. Then Ryan had to leave. He's had to go to a wedding. What a loser. I know. And Saturday night. And at this point, man, I'm fucking wore out. I was up late, burning the candle at both ends, if you will. But I was like, you know what? I'm fucking hunting. I'm going. I wait all year for this. I'm fucking going. And I decided to go to port. But the way the wind was, is it was blowing in. So the spot that I normally want to go to, I didn't have good access because I would have had my wind blow into the bedding area on my way in. Mm-hmm. But if I could get to where I want to set up, my wind was actually pretty good. So the only way to get there was go the long way. And Yikes. You're talking about like a solid like fucking mile hike. And I was like, well, I'm going to bring the saddle, that's for sure, because it is lighter. And then I don't have to worry about tree selection. So I'm in the saddle again. I'm digging the saddle. It's not as comfortable as a climber, but I think it's more comfortable than a hang-on.
Yeah, we were texting about this, me, you, and Ronsky last night. I hate my hang-on.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It sucks.
It's miserable.
Like, it hurts your back. You can't fucking... It's like sitting on a goddamn bucket.
Yeah, I was talking to you last week or the week before. My old climber, I'm going to take the upper portion of it and put it around the tree, just so I got something to hold my upper body up with.
Yeah. They're terrible.
Yeah, it's miserable.
Nah, we don't have any, like, high-end hang-ons, so I'm sure there's good ones out there, but...
Are they, though? It's all the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's a platform and a seat. That can't be comfortable.
I fucking hate them.
I hate them, too.
I hate them. But... So I decided to take this long-ass fucking hike. I got water in my whatever thingy that goes in the backpack, and,
Yeah.
What
is that thing called?
Yeah, what is that called? It's like a
Bladder.
Yeah, and maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it goes in my book bag, yeah. And I fucking make this hike in, and once I get, like, within 100 yards of the bedding area, I go fucking dark. I mean, I am creeping along. You know what I mean? Going super, super low. And I get to my tree, climb up, get set up, and I mean, I was quiet, dude, and because it's real quiet in there. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how quiet it is where I was hunting. I mean, some of these areas really get insulated by corn, and like you can't hear anything in there. It's quiet as fuck.
Yeah, that corn will catch all the wind.
Yeah, like there's no wind in there at all, and I climb up, get in a good spot, and I sat there for a while. This was the longest sit I had in the saddle, and it was comfortable, but I definitely had some like hip pinch. I think I want to upgrade the saddle. I'm gonna get a better one, but because I do like hunting out of it.
All right, well.
But it was, I don't know, I want to say about an hour before last light, and I catch some movement off to my left. It's more like behind me, but to my left. So I spin around a little bit, and I'm looking, and I see this doe.
Ooh, baby.
And there's another deer with her, but I can't see what it is because my view is blocked. I'm like, okay, doe. I'm gonna let a doe walk in here. I'm on a mission. I want a buck. And I see the other deer with her, and it's a buck.
Hey.
A nice buck. But that was all I seen. They went on there moseying on, and that doe could have been a button buck. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was too far to tell. It was about 80 yards away. But that was all I seen that night. And I climbed down and made my fucking long ass hike back in the dark. That sucked, but it was just really nice to be out there, man. And I really enjoyed just spending that time in the woods. Got a doe. Didn't get any bucks down this weekend, but hell, man, I mean, at least I got one in the freezer.
Yeah.
So all in all, it was a very successful weekend for me, in my opinion.
I would call it a success for me as well. Yeah. Even though I didn't execute, I'm not as happy as I should be, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
You had an encounter with him, and that's
And boy, oh boy, is he everything I dreamed of.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh man, that hurts a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if those bachelor groups are broken up within the week because he was real aggressive with his pal. He kept when they came back downwind. They were coming in. He was head. The big boy was head, and my second target buck was behind him.
Okay.
And he turned around 2 or 3 times and put his head down and ran at him, like, get the fuck away from me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's that time.
Yeah.
So I got a question on here. I'm trying to find it real quick. It is.
Hopefully everybody else had better luck than we did. And if you did, fucking let us know. I think one guy did. What was his name?
Will Bratton had success. He got some does. We had a couple guys message us, sell some nice does. I didn't see any bucks sell. So I got a question from Jacob Easler. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And his question was kisser button or nose button, John. If you had to have a kisser button or a nose button, which one do you think you would prefer?
Is neither an option.
You don't want either.
No.
I mean, of course it's an option. And
yeah, but if I had to choose,
you had to choose one, which one do you think you'd prefer?
Probably nose button.
Me too.
Yeah, I shot with a kisser button up until 2 seasons ago, until it almost ripped my fucking lip off. And I don't know. Maybe if I had a kisser button Friday morning, maybe I'd have killed it, motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Or even a nose button.
Or even a nose button. Yeah.
Because then you've got a solid anchor point. That way you're not relying on your eyes. I mean, you still anchor with your string, but...
Yeah, but it's not this...
Yeah.
If it's dark you can't see, then it's not the same spot every time.
Yeah.
Maybe I will invest in a nose button. Bomar, you freaking douchebag.
They're easy to put on. Yeah, that guy, fuck, dude. He burned his truck. Jesus Christ, bro.
Can we talk about that for a second?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Me and Sam watched it together for the first time.
Hold on. If you haven't watched him, there's this guy named Bomar Archery, right? And that is
What's
YouTube
his
channel.
First name? Josh
Bomar.
Josh Bomar. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he just put out this video where he was doing a controlled burn. Wasn't very well controlled, and he was driving around in his truck with a fucking weed burner, and he caught his truck on fire, burned it to the ground.
Burn to the fucking ground.
And he put the whole fucking thing on YouTube.
Me and Sam, I seen it a couple weeks ago, and then I showed Sam. We sat down here and watched it, and the first thing she said was, "That's fake.
Yeah.
That was for views," and I couldn't agree more.
I don't think it was.
No?
I think it was real, but the fact that he posted it was definitely for views. And it also, my thing is like, dude, if you're going to post that, your whole fucking channel is all about just trying to get money, trying to get views and shit. Like, that's all you care about. Because otherwise you wouldn't post that.
Yeah, the cameraman was standing back while this truck is ablaze. And homeboy is videoing Bomar go run back and forth to his truck, get his camera gear out. It just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And Sam the whole time, he had his dog with him. Sam's like, get the dog.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe it wasn't.
An odd thing, man.
Maybe it wasn't fake, but he definitely capitalized on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely capitalized on it. But, maybe it was fake. I don't know. That was very, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you post that?
And dude is
I can understand shit happens. If it wasn't fake, like, oh, okay, yeah, it was a really bad idea, but an accident. But then to go and post it on fucking YouTube is just like, okay.
Dude's fit as a fucking fiddle, like Mr. Olympia shit.
Oh, yeah.
And
all the Mexican supplements.
Yeah, he couldn't just walk around the field with the flame.
I know.
He had to do it in his $90,000 pickup.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I thought it was kind of shady, too.
Yeah.
Is like, why'd you do that with your truck? Why, like, do it with a four-wheeler if you don't want to walk. But your truck?
Yeah. It's incredible to me how fast vehicles go up.
Yeah, that thing lit up quick.
Yeah. And he tried to put the flame out with a leaf blower.
A leaf blower. What the fuck
Just
are you
put
doing,
more
buddy?
oxygen to it.
Yeah, that's
Great
a good idea. You never heard of the fire triangle, bud?
What the fuck, dude? Jeez. Anyway, I don't even know what we were talking about.
Yeah, I totally got off track. The kisser nose button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I will invest in a nose button.
I think if I have no interest in a kisser button, but I think the nose button is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's why we got into Bomar, because that's
Yes.
his invention, I think. But honestly, I don't use either. And I used the kisser button up until I think like last year or the year before.
Mm-hmm.
But taking it off is just kind of nice. Like, you really don't need it once you got your anchor point. You got your anchor point, and like, I don't know, the kisser's not necessary. But I don't think they're a bad thing.
No.
I got nothing against them. It was just one less thing, especially with me working on my own bow. It's one less thing for me I have to fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he raves about the nose button being it's lightweight, so it doesn't put more weight on your string, doesn't slow your bow down.
Yeah, and that's cool. I like all that stuff, and I think it's a better anchor option than a kisser button, honestly.
I think so too.
Maybe
Maybe I'll look into it.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad thing to do. I have one in my Amazon cart, and it's been in there for I don't know 6 months, but they're cheap as hell. They're like $15.
That's not cheap.
It might be less than that. It might be like $12.99.
Okay.
But I mean, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And they're easy to put on. I don't. They might be decent. I've never shot with one, but I think the idea behind it is solid.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it and I'm thinking about it, I might get one.
Do you think that would have maybe made all the difference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
Son of a bitch. God damn you, Josh Bomar.
God damn you, Josh.
It's your fucking fault.
Well,
I don't know why.
You should have never took your fucking kisser button off.
Yeah,
Because that would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Or I should have had fresh batteries in my sight.
Yeah, I mean, there's it shoulda, coulda, woulda, will eat you alive, Johnny.
And I'm not letting it.
No, you can't.
No.
You gotta move on. Look at what you did. Learn from it. And learning from it might be getting a nose button. It might be getting batteries, you know what I mean? And it might be maybe taking some shots in the dark, you know what I mean? Tell Sam, shut the fucking lights off. I'm shooting in the house. Get that apple and get over here.
I got a William Tell this thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's bow hunting, man, you know?
Yeah, I wish it would have happened on a doe and not 150-inch whitetail.
Yeah, me too, dude. I was a little angry when I heard you fucking shot over him. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you were more upset than I was.
I was like, man, it's not like you know what I mean, to miss a deer. Not like that.
Yeah, I think that's my main reason why I'm not so upset about it, because it wasn't noon.
Yeah.
I didn't just flat out miss him because of my skill.
Yeah.
I missed him because I just couldn't fucking see.
Yeah. So I mean, it sucks, but it was more of a self-control thing than it was a shot process thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you should have just waited.
Yeah, but would he have hung out for another 20 minutes?
Probably not.
Probably not. But you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. But it doesn't matter now. He's still hanging around, obviously. So
Yes.
you'll get another shot at him. And
If he comes by Saturday morning, that motherfucker dead, son.
Yeah, I
all
got faith
day.
in you. I got faith in you. Now, you gonna try to slip out after work at all?
I don't know. I really don't know, because you have something you want to talk about, and that's talking about stand height.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like how low to the ground that stand is. It's only 13, 14 feet up. And I don't like it.
So that was my question that I mentioned to you before we started, actually. It was one I seen online somewhere, and it was a statement that tree stand height does not matter. It's all about cover. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I think the higher you can get, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to being in that same exact tree to 8 yards up. So what's that, 24 feet, 25 feet versus 12 feet.
Yeah.
It's an extra 12 feet I'm missing. And being that high, I never got winded. Even in terrible winds, I never got winded. But that buck smelled me at 12 feet. Maybe, I don't know if when I was at 28 feet or whatever it was, 25 feet, my scent just went right over top of their backs.
Right. Hard to say.
It's hard to say, but I feel like I'm exposed at 12 feet.
I agree. I really feel like at lower tree stand height, you've got a lot higher likelihood of getting winded. It's not just about sight. I think it makes it easier for them to wind you too.
Yeah.
So that's why I get what he's saying in that post is like, yes, cover does matter, and you could be, but only to an extent. If you're fucking 30 feet high, cover doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You're too fucking high. They're not going to see you.
I actually had thought about going in there and taking that fucking hang on down and just only using my climber there.
Yeah.
So I can get as high as I want.
Yeah. Or just climb up in the hang on and then use your climber.
It's just too much going on. But yeah, I actually thought about that too.
Yeah.
Because I have an extra pair of sticks, but the sticks don't go with the existing set of sticks. So it's like, what the hell do I do there?
Right.
I don't know. I got to do something. I feel too exposed up there. Not a fan.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple climbing sticks if you need to use them. And they're the X-Op ones, so you can just slap them on there.
Yeah.
They don't have to clip in.
I was thinking about doing that just with the pair of sticks that I have. I wonder if that's a thing. If I could just ratchet strap them to the tree and without them moving.
No, they will move.
Well, they move. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've only got like the one brace,
Yeah.
so they're like a seesaw.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
I have to ratchet strap them so tight it'll probably just bend them.
Yeah. No. I got 3 extra X-Op sticks. You can take 2 of them.
I mean, fuck, that would get me at least an extra 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that.
Yeah, come grab them one day this week. I got 3 of them that I ain't fucking using, and then I got a whole pack of them. So,
Yeah.
come grab 'em.
And it is nice to just walk in with the bare minimum and climb up and hang on.
Yes.
That is
God,
a wonderful thing.
they're so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've thought about taking the seat off of the hang on and using the seat that's on the top side of my old climber.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
You should.
I think I might.
Fucking right. Because, dude, I love sitting in my climber. That's what me and Ryan were talking about. Like, his climber, he's got the open shot, like the newest model that Summit has. And it's almost like a hang-on.
It's like a climbable hang on.
Yeah. And, dude, he can't sleep in it. And, like, the other morning, I took a nice little nap. You know what I mean? And he's, like, looking at these saddles and shit, and, like, the one guy's doing this, and he's like, yeah, you can take this back pad and put it here and just take you a nap. And Ryan's like, I'm fucking done. I'm buying a saddle. He's like, I gotta be able to sleep in the stand. He's like, it's such a fucking power move. Like, you set your phone to vibrate, you get there an hour and a half before sunup, and you set your fucking alarm.
Yeah.
And you get an extra hour of sleep. Like, dude, that's a game changer when, especially for, like, these Sika hunts where you're only getting 6-7 hours of sleep a night. Like, dude, you need that.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. I hate hang-ons.
Yeah. Yeah, they do suck. They hurt my back.
Yeah, mine too.
I have to stand and sit and stand and sit. Like, I can't sit on them long. I don't know.
Yeah, but I got to do something with that stand. It's not high enough.
Yeah.
It's just not high enough.
Well,
I got to ponder on it, but I think the move is to just get extra steps from you.
yeah. Grab the 2 of them steps this week and fucking move it up.
Yeah.
And those steps, they snap on there quick, too. They're ratchet strapped. They're super easy.
Yeah.
And once they're in, and you don't have to put them connected to shit. You know what I mean? They just sit to the tree. Because they've got 2 V's at the top and bottom.
Yeah, yeah. See, the worst part about it is I don't want to go in there after work, after 4,
Yeah.
and move it.
That's a little late to be doing that.
I would have to do it noon Saturday, but I want to hunt there during the morning on Saturday. So
Could you run up there on your lunch break?
Nah, I don't get a lunch.
Yeah. I forgot you were into slave labor.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I only get paid in food.
Yeah. They feed you and let you hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's okay by me, dude.
Yeah. So tomorrow. Now are you working tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah.
You're such a loser. You and that stupid job.
I hate working. God damn it.
Why can't I retire at 30? You know what I mean?
I gotta work until I'm 65 and then maybe have 4 good years. That's miserable.
That's why we live our life now after work. But
so if you want to donate, my Cash App is.
Yeah, please. I'm not. I don't have to work.
Yeah, because what do you
I took
doing?
a vacation day.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Going to Sickaville, baby.
Sickaville, baby.
So I'm gonna go down tonight and stay at Ryan's.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
ASMR chewing, eating some salami.
Yeah, sorry. Had to. John, I seen you take a bite and I had to get a bite. So tonight I'm gonna leave, like, probably right after we're done, and shoot on down there, and we are going to Blackwater.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to be a miserable motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure.
The mosquitoes are going to be so bad.
Yep.
If you think they were bad in fucking October, I can only imagine what they're going to be like in September.
God.
So I got 2 thermocells and long sleeves and some bug spray, and we're going to give her hell.
That sounds miserable. I'm glad I don't have enough vacation days to come with.
It's probably going to be miserable. We'll probably won't even see anything.
Probably not.
And there'll be a lot of driving and a late night for nothing. But
Gotta try.
What if I do?
What if you do?
That's the thing, you know. That's why we put all this work in. You know what I mean? It's not. We put all this work in despite being not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. You can do all of this and work hard and hike in and all that stuff and still not succeed. But we love the process. And even though, like, yes, it's going to be miserable, it's going to be hot, it's going to be bugs, it's kind of one of the things where, like, I'm still, like, enjoying it.
It's going to be a fond memory.
Yes.
And you miss 100% of the balls you don't swing at.
That's right. 100%. And even the worst day hanging in a tree beats the fuck out of going to work, right?
Yeah, the worst day in a tree is better than the best day at work.
Yes. 100%.
Oh yeah.
The worst day in the tree is better than a lot of things, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't. You don't really have bad days in the tree. You have days that you know, that we make mistakes. But still, nothing's better than fucking being out there.
Even not seeing a fucking thing, just being out there is fucking fantastic.
It is, and like, these sicka, even if I don't see one, I know I'm gonna hear them, and that's gonna be fucking cool.
So they bugle and they mew or whatever the fuck all year round. That's cool.
Yep. But it's way more prominent in October.
A month away.
A month away.
Yeah. Hopefully
Actually, exactly a month.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't drain my bank account enough with the tires to not be able to come down.
Oh, you're fucking coming. If I got to give you gas money, you're coming. You already bought your shit. I mean,
yeah,
we'll eat fucking hot dogs and ramen noodles, son.
Hey, yeah. That's fine by me.
Which is probably what we're going to do anyway, because that's what, actually, me and Ryan were talking about that, because like last year we ate out a lot. But the problem with eating out a lot is it's time. Like
That's expensive.
You have to, it's expensive, and you have to go and eat and then come back to the house and then shower and go to bed, or vice versa. We need to, like, we're going to get hot dogs, burgers, you know, stuff like that, where we can just come back, cook real quick, eat, and fucking go to bed.
Yeah.
It's too much trying to go out.
I mean, you figure that's minimum an hour and a half going out to eat.
To go out to eat, yeah. When you could come home and eat in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking make some hot dogs, fucking, I don't know,
Dude,
whatever.
ramen noodles, 2.5 minutes, bro.
Yeah. I mean, hey, for that week, you just need fuel. That's all you need. We ain't there to go out and eat. We ain't there to go out and fucking party and drink beer. We're there to kill fucking sick of deer. And that's all I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Yeah.
So that's the way we're going to play it this year. So if you're worried about eating out and all that stuff, it ain't happening. I might eat out like one day while I'm down there, but almost every day I want to eat at the house.
Yeah, you're taking that whole week. I plan on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So hunt Thursday, Friday,
Saturday. Nope.
Come back Sunday.
Come back Sunday. Yeah. And that's we'll pack peanut butter and jellies and shit for lunch. Just because, dude, if you eat out every day, like that trip turns into fucking $1,000 trip.
Yeah, versus
$200.
$200 for gas.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Which
the
is
way to go.
Absolutely the way to go. Yeah, I'm going to take down a bunch of Uncrustables because I don't even want to have to make peanut butter and jellies. I'm going to buy a box of Uncrustables, and that's going to be my lunch for the week.
Yeah.
And maybe some, like, nuts, you know what I mean? Some almonds and shit.
And, like, going out to eat, you go back to the truck, you got to leave, drive 40 minutes.
Yep.
That's gas.
All that shit.
So you leave the woods at 9, take a fucking nap, eat an Uncrustable, go back in 5-ish.
Take a nap right in the truck, like literally roll the windows down, fucking take a nap. Me and Ryan did it last year.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's the move. You got to make these things affordable, you know what I mean? And you got to, and it's more efficient that way. It just is, because sleep is so important when you're fucking running like that. Like last year, you remember me fucking nodding out at the bar.
Like you're on fucking
heroin.
black tar heroin.
Yeah, I was fucking nodding out, legit nodding out. I've never been so tired in my life. It's like you're not getting a lot of sleep. You're hiking your ass off. You're fucking sweating, bugs. Fucking your body's like fighting all the. Like I was like hot with bug bites. Like I was running a fever because I had so many bug bites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my body was fighting off all that shit at once. And like you're not getting a lot of sleep. You're fucking eating gas station food. Like you can't do it.
Mm-mm.
So you just got to pick your battles, and eating out is not the move. It takes too much time after a hunt.
Yeah, you get back to the house at 8, and you go out till
9:30.
Yeah.
And you end up not going to sleep till 10:30, and then waking up at 3:30. Do that for a week straight. You're tired. Yeah.
Don't like that.
Can't do that.
No.
So that's the plan. And I'm definitely fucking looking forward to it. And then just a month after that,
the Whitetail
the
Rut.
Whitetail Rut, baby. That's what's kind of cool about having these sicko right here in Maryland. I got to stop talking about it. I don't want these fuckers coming down here. Save them for me, guys.
They're dumb. Don't hunt them.
Don't hunt them. They're stupid.
Dumb as fuck.
It's nice having that like other time that's exciting. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you got the Whitetail Rut, you got the sicko rut. Then, and if we decide to do an elk hunt next year, you got September. Then you got the elk rut. Come back October, sicko rut. Come November, whitetail rut. Like that's the fucking dream right there, baby. If I could do a week for each of those,
That's an exciting harvest season there.
God damn. Or imagine getting a bull, a stag, and a buck all in 1 year.
You just kill yourself after that. It ain't getting no much better.
No, it won't get no better than that. Not unless you hit the fucking Mega Millions and marry a stripper.
God, please, somebody give me a couple mil.
Please.
Please. That's all I'm asking for.
I just want to be able to fucking hunt in Alaska and not work anymore, you know? No, I do want to hunt in Alaska, though. Like, I might... That's on my bucket list. Texas is, too, but I think Texas will be much more soon.
Target-rich environment, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper, yeah. Texas, we should do that, like, in a couple years. I want to try elk first, but
yeah.
Texas I'd like to do in a few years.
I want to access deer.
Yeah.
Not from Hawaii.
No. Too much.
From Texas.
Texas. Yeah, and Texas is fucking cool, so.
Yeah, I love Texas.
Yeah. But here we are, baby. We finally made it. We're in fucking... It is fucking whitetail deer season. Man, we've waited so long for this, and I'm just... I'm so fucking pumped. You know what I mean? And people don't understand. You know, like, I'll have people text me, ask me what I'm doing. I'm going hunting.
That's
hunting.
it.
Like, you went hunting last night? Yeah, I'm going again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I will go every morning and night I can, you know? And I got the Sika Monday, and then even Tuesday, when I come back, if wind's good, I'm going to go fucking hunting again.
Yeah, that stupid fucking softball. I shouldn't have signed up for that.
Idiot!
God.
Oh, you're regretting that now, ain't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. I might just quit.
Yeah. Just fake a sprained ankle.
Oh, jeez.
Turn on first and fucking just eat shit.
Then they catch me dragging a fucking 10-point buck out of the woods. I thought you sprained your ankle. Oh, yeah, no, it only hurts when I run.
Yeah, as long as I walk, I can drag a deer. I just can't run.
I can drag this 230-pound buck, no problem. But running is the issue.
Yeah, it's the speed, the high impact, you know. Oh, they'd love that. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. When you told me about that, I was like, you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah.
That's what I'm dreading when Wyatt's old enough to fucking play football. Like, old enough. By old enough, I mean, like, I want him to wait till he's in the middle school. You know what I mean? Just because, like...
Brains.
Yeah, dude, it fucking beats the piss out of him. And he plays flag football, and he does wrestling and jiu-jitsu and that stuff, but I want to wait till, like, middle school. That's where we were going to wait to get him into actual football. And it's like, dude, all fall, like, every fucking Friday night.
Mm-hmm. I love hunting Friday afternoons.
I know.
That's my favorite time to hunt, Friday afternoon.
Well, maybe he'll do it for like a couple years, and then he'll be like, Dad, I just want to hunt. And I'm like, yes, thank God.
Jesus Christ. Are you sure?
I mean, I loved coming to your games. I'm sure, like, even flag football, I get super pumped about. Like, with him watching it, like, it's fucking exciting when your boy's out there playing. So I'm sure I'll love that enough to sacrifice a day. But it's a thing. Like, you got to think about it. You know, with kids, you're gonna have less time in the woods because they've got stuff going on, and you can't just stop what they want to do for what you want to do. You know what I mean? You got to. Those are the I mean, you could.
Well, world's first dad.
That's why I'm trying to push him into, like, and I don't push him, but like,
don't push him.
I encourage him to hunt. You know what I mean? Because, like, oh man, like, that's the dream, to go fucking hunting with your boy. You know, and he really loves it. So I'm thankful that he's passionate about it as well. And as he gets older and gets better with bow hunting, he'll fucking fall in love with it too.
Hopefully he's 10 times a better hunter we were or are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he will be. He's got a lot more skilled people around him than we did, you know.
Love your dad, but
right now he still prefers rifle over bow, but that's all right. I get it.
It's like that when you're
young. Yeah,
it's easier.
Yeah, no. And when you're 9, easier's cooler.
Yeah.
But he gets a little older. He's gonna want more of a challenge. He's gonna get more into the bow.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he likes shooting it. He does. But that's the last time I asked him. I said, "Which one do you like better, the rifle hunting or bow hunting?" And he said rifle. But then again, that might be just because he got one with a rifle and he didn't get one with the bow yet.
That's exactly what it is.
When he gets one with that bow, I think it's going to change his mind.
Don't put a crossbow in his hand. God damn it.
No, he's sticking with the bow now. I did the crossbow initially.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it.
It's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool. I think he sees me shooting a bow and he's got a crossbow and he's like, "What? No, I want what Dad's got." You know what I mean?
Hey.
So, and I had no issue with that. I was like, "All right, I'll just buy you another fucking $400 toy."
That's why I shot my bow, because my dad did it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's why I wanted to get into bow hunting too, because my dad was a bow hunter. You know,
Man, those are some of my fondest memories. My dad, our next door neighbor when I was younger, had like an archery range in his backyard that went out to like 45 yards, and him and all his buddies be out there shooting their compound bows at 45 yards, and I got this little toy recurve, and I'm aiming at the freaking sun and just stroking the target too.
Yeah.
But, you know,
that's funny you say that, because me, Ryan, and Wyatt did that. I don't know. We just did that this weekend. What day it was, but Ryan was like, it was in between hunts, and Ryan was like, Wyatt, I want to see you shoot your bow. So we all went out and shot. You know what I mean? And I could tell Wyatt was really enjoying that camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like, me and him do it, it's one thing, but now it's like it's hunting season. John's hunting, Ryan's hunting, and he wants to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And I could tell like how much he was really enjoying himself. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna set him up. I got a spot. Oh, excuse me. I want him to get a little better with his bow, honestly, because he's been slacking on shooting it, because I don't force him to. I just suggest him. I'm like, why, you want to come shoot with me? Sometimes he says no, sometimes he says yes. But I want to get him better at 20 yards before I put him in a tree stand. And we don't have the option to hunt from the corn this year because they didn't mow it.
yeah.
10 yards, I'm confident he'd smoke a deer, but 20, he does good, but like,
That's a shot.
it's a shot, man, with a bow that only's got 32-pound draw weight.
Yeah.
So I want him to be a little more consistent before I'm willing to put him in that situation, because I don't want him to wound an animal. That would be just a terrible experience for him.
Yeah, you don't want that. I remember being his age and just being mesmerized at how fast my dad's bow was.
Yeah.
Just fucking, my arrow's doing this big rainbow, and his is just, zoom. I was mesmerized by the mythical flight of the arrow, as I still am to this day.
Yeah, it's I posted this on my social media. He had like this project, and because school just started, and it's like this newspaper, and you got to write like this article about you, and it's like, I'm getting choked up just talking about it.
He wants to be just like Dad.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it,
I did see it.
but he posted, it's Meet My Hero. It's like, write a mini article about a person who inspires you, and it was me. And he said, because he taught me how to shoot a bow and arrow, and I want to work on rocket ships like him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fucking.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about. I mean,
Yes,
that's
it is.
life.
It is, and that's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm thankful. Life has been so good to me lately. Like, everything's just been going my way, and like, the weather's beautiful. I mean, it's fucking deer season again. Like, it's just, man, life is good, John.
Life is good.
Life is good. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
So the next time you think you're going to get out, it's going to be Saturday?
Yeah. It's probably going to, I don't know. I'll probably get the itch by Wednesday, Thursday, and go back out.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to make it that long. I don't see you making it that long.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the wind. And because I don't have my camera out, I had to bring it in for maintenance.
Why don't you fucking shoot over to port right after work one day and go fucking ice a doe?
Fucking where? I don't hunt over there, dude.
In a Valley of Death, it's not, the access
Yeah.
ain't bad there. The whole fucking property's corn, which makes it miserable to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I got a camera over there, and it's the most active one.
I could scoot out of there about 2.
Hell yeah, scoot out of there too. Go sit right with that camera. You know where we usually go in there?
Mm-hmm.
It's there, but it's on the opposite side,
Okay.
across the creek.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that camera's the most active camera I have. No big bucks. I got one 8-pointer over there. But to talk about fucking does, every day.
I might do that Wednesday.
Yeah. If you're, because I know your spot, you got to you don't want to do that at 4 p.m. You don't want to move shit around. I wouldn't do it.
I'm not.
That's a bad idea. But, hell, go fucking ice a doe, dude.
Get 35 feet up my climber like the good old days.
Yes, and let me know. I'll fucking come with you. And, yeah, watch. We're going to set up. And it's going to be just like, it's going to be fucking deja vu. You're going to set up, I'm going to set up, and my fucking there's gonna be a fucking monster buck come by you, and I got none on camera over there, and you're just gonna look at me and go like this, like shrug your shoulders.
Dude.
Sorry, dude. I wouldn't be mad at you at all. Like that's what I told Ryan. Like he's like, if a buck comes by me, I'm like, dude, if it's my target buck, I'm not gonna lie, I might be a little salty, but at the same time, I can't fucking blame you, because I can't guarantee I'm gonna kill him. I don't expect you to let that motherfucker walk. Fucking shoot him.
I had the same situation with Terry Sr. at work. He got a picture of a buck on his camera, and he called me via Instagram, which I didn't know was a thing, and he was like, he wanted to know if this was my buck. And I was like, Terry, I don't care if it is or not. Shoot the fucking thing.
Yeah. Like
it didn't end up being him, but it's like, just shoot him.
Yeah. Like
But
we
he's-
all have permission to hunt here. Yeah. How can I can't claim that animal.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. As much as we want to. You know what I mean? And would I be a little upset about it? Yeah, sure. But I'm not going to like take it out on you. I'd be just more upset that I didn't get him. It's not like, it wouldn't be Ryan's fault that he shot my buck. It'd be, well, I didn't get him. That sucks. But like, hey, life goes on, dude. There's plenty of other deer out there. And to ask somebody to pass up a deer that you might not even get a shot on is to me it's ridiculous.
Terry Sr. is such a good human.
Yeah.
That I know he wouldn't shoot him, because I did send him a picture of him.
Yeah.
And
Like, please don't.
Like I told him to, but I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, please don't.
Please don't shoot him.
And I know for a fact he probably
He
wouldn't.
won't. Yeah, because he's just a fucking salt of the earth nice
he's a
guy.
great dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Terry.
Yeah. Like, and that's like, if we hunted a place like say Port, I know you'd probably let mine walk too, but like if your buck walked by, I would let him walk. But any other buck, I'm gonna fucking ice that fucking deer. But your buck, it would leave a bad taste like that. I could not appreciate that kill.
Yeah.
Like knowing you've watched him and you've fantasized over him, and then I killed him, and I'm just like,
Chuck
hey!
my meat to him. Yeah.
Like, dude, that would just take away from it. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
We say it's okay, and it is.
Yes.
But to the other guy, it's like, nah, I wouldn't feel good.
No, I wouldn't feel good about it. Like, I wouldn't be mad if you did that, but if I did that to you, I wouldn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I think that's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because you can't put a tag on these animals. Your name ain't on them.
Nope.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you know your buddy's after a deer, you shouldn't shoot that deer.
Do not shoot that deer.
Yeah,
Because that's not going to be your buddy for long.
you guys are gonna have animosity.
It's like banging his old lady, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
God.
Yeah, I'd rather you bang my old lady. You want to take her for a spin, dude? Go ahead. Just don't shoot my fucking deer.
Please don't shoot my buck. That's funny.
That's good stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, we're an hour and 13 in here, Johnny. You got anything else, man?
I got nothing.
All right, I'm gonna get on boogie down to Sickaville. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in to this double lung archery podcast.
Yes, sir.
And keep coming back. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And drop some coordinates in the comments for us for where your deer are.
Your biggest bucks.
Your biggest bucks, drop some coordinates. We need those. Thank you.
Please,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Prefer onyx.
Yes.
Have a good one. Get out there. Slay some deer, y'all.
Peace.
See you next time.